Good morning, Drew Erickson back again talking about money, not math, because I believe most people love money without realizing that it often doesn't work the same way as math. Today I'm talking about the book I'm reading called The Missed Fortune, Dispel the Money Myth Conceptions, Isn't It Time You Became Wealthy by Douglas Andrew. I'm talking about it again. I know I talked about it about 2 days ago or two conversations ago as well. So today the points I want to talk about are he lists out the primary elements for determining a wise and prudent investment. So I want us to ask ourselves when we're investing our money, is this investment a wise and prudent one? In other words, does it meet the criteria listed that makes it really advantageous for us? Or is it just something that everyone else is doing, so we're doing it too? Okay, so and one point I want to make before I dive into this is that please keep in mind there is a very large difference between saving for an investment that's going to grow your wealth and help you with your retirement and saving to buy something like a car or a new snowmobile or whatever it may be. Okay, that's not an investment, that's a purchase. That's a lifestyle purchase. That's not a wealth accumulation or retirement tool. Okay, so the four elements he lists out are to determine a wise and prudent investment are liquidity, safety of principal, rate of return, and tax benefits. Okay, so liquidity is how accessible is your money within the investment. Okay, so if you invest in this and if you put $100,000 into an investment and you need your money back tomorrow or a week from now or a year from now, how accessible are those dollars? Okay, so ask yourself when you make an investment, how liquid is this investment, right? Second, safety of principal. If you put $100,000 in with the hope that it's going to grow, how safe is your original investment of $100,000? Is it possible that you're going to put $100,000 in today and next year only have 60 because of whatever investment you chose, example being the market, right? You decide to put it all in a stock and it dive bombs. Or Bitcoin, right? Or blockchain. I know that was big about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. And keep in mind, for every one person that makes a ton of money, there's about 99 that we don't hear about that loses a lot of money. Some people put $100 in and it grew by 270% or 2,700%, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, I got to get in on this. The problem was everyone got in and then it dived. It dove bomb, and tons of people lost a bunch of money and the example being their principal was not safe. Third, rate of return, or is there a potential for growth on your money? And this is the big differentiator of investing for growth of your wealth and retirement planning versus investing for a lifestyle purchase like a snowmobile or a car. Those are depreciating assets. We don't expect them to increase their wealth or increase their value. You're buying them to enjoy your life. The fourth is tax benefits. So having a very clear understanding on anything you invest in, what is the tax ramifications or tax benefits to your future, if any, right? So that's something to consider. And he has a line in here where he says, remember the golden rule of finance, he who has the gold makes the rules. Okay, so keep in mind, wherever you put your money, who's making the rules on those dollars? Okay, for an example, if you put your money, like most people do, into their group 401ks, who has control over that money? Okay, well, who has control over what the match is going to be, or if you have access to that 401k? The employer, right? Who has control over what the taxes are going to be and how much money you're going to get back in the future? The government, right? The IRS. So how much control do you actually have once you've deposited those dollars? Something to be aware of. So that's the first point that I want to talk about as far as something I read today, and then just kind of a quick point to follow up on that. And I'm going to go much deeper into this in the future, and you'll hear me talk about this many, many times because I think it's something very important to dispel as far as a common myth conception. And he says one big common misconception, any and all debt is undesirable, okay? There's so many people out there, there's so many books, and there's one name that comes in particular that I'd love to bring up, but I'll let you think about it. They talk about all debt is bad. You have to pay off debt before you save money. All debt is bad, and that's just not true. The reality of it is some debt, when managed wisely, can be desirable. In fact, I would bet I don't know this 100% for sure, but I'm sure there's many studies out there, I've read some of them, that prove that most wealthy people leverage debt at some point in time. They didn't run scared from it and not save a dime before they paid it off. Okay, so just a couple of points that I wanted to bring up today for conversation. Please let me know what you think in the comments section or by reaching out to me. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video and hope you have a great day. Thanks, bye.